Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. How is everybody doing? Are you learning new things? Are you enjoying your crafting? Oh, hey, I know, I've got lots of new people here. Hi, I'm Shannon. This is my channel. I talk about yarn and knitting and crocheting and fun and learning new skills because that's kind of what I've been doing lately. It really is, going out on a limb, so to speak. I've been crafting and doing things, like a lot of people. I learned as a little girl. I learned how to crochet when I was 10, over 40 years ago. Yeah, I'm over 50. It's a thing. It's okay. It's fine. So I did. I learned how to crochet, when I was 10 years old. And I learned how to knit. I don't remember. I taught myself as a teenager. I made one item, preteen maybe, made one item and just set it aside. Crocheting was definitely my love. And I really picked up knitting like 25-ish years ago, something, I don't remember the year. But I do a lot of both. And I'm enjoying everything about it. There are things that I can do with knitting I can't do with crochet, and there are things with crochet I can do that I can't do with knitting, right? They both have their places, and they are stunning. So it's wonderful being able to do both, because then I can do different projects and I can combine if I choose to. But what I've really started to do just this last week or so, I'm taking a brioche knitting class, and I just showed that yesterday, right? I showed that where I'm practicing for my class. Well, that's great for all the people who are watching me that knit and everything else as far as that goes, but I do both. And I have a lot of people who just crochet or just knit, right? And the people who just crochet can appreciate the knitted things as far as the look and the beauty, etc. And the people who just knit can appreciate the crocheted stuff for all of those same reasons. But I was thinking, wait a minute, I'm going out on a limb. It's not really on a limb, but I'm working with my brioche and practicing. Here's the piece that I'm working on right now. It's just practice. I'm going to pull all this out. I don't think it's going to be anything, but just learning how to do the stitches and how that plays. Well, why not do something with crochet also? So I was sitting there thinking about that. And it's like, you know what? I could do something that I haven't done before. And I've talked about it kind of, I think, tapestry crochet. All right, I can do that. I've never done a tapestry crochet piece. I don't know if you have, but I personally hadn't. And I pulled up a pattern and everything. I don't have my iPad with me right now, but they talk about doing extended single crochet. And I've heard the term like, well, what is that? Are you just putting your needle in and you just draw the loop up really tall? No, that's not it. You I think I've done some as a kid and everything, different things, but I didn't know the name of it. You start to do your single crochet. You pull up. You have 2 loops on your hook. You wrap it around the needle, pull through one, then wrap around and pull through both. Right. So that gives you that taller stitch. Okay, I could do that. That's easy enough. So I'm starting, and here, pink and brown, because why not? I like pink and brown. So look at that. So it has a little bit different. You can definitely see the single crochet in there, but it's that, you got that extra chain stitch. But what it does do, look, I'm doing color work. I'm putting in pattern. That's exciting. It's like a Western motif right now. But what it does do is you're not traveling to the same degree. If you just do single crochet in every stitch all the way around, you know how you have the bias and everything slants, which is great, except for when you're going around like this and everything. And if your piece is big enough, you see that seam, it starts here and then it ends up over there when you finish, right? It starts right here and ends up way over there because you're going around and it spirals. This keeps it straighter a little bit, right? So it's still spiraling, but it's not as drastic. That's what I've noticed. I don't know, but I'm having fun with it. And why not? Because one of the things that I've talked about are I'm doing a lot of chart things this year too. This year's a whole brand new, let's just jump out and do things we've not done before. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm knitting a blanket right now, an adult size knit blanket. I've not done that before. Okay, that's cool. I'm doing a tapestry crochet piece, right? I've not done that before. I'm working on the brioche. Now, I did that in 2016, but one piece only. It's all I've ever done, but I'm doing these things and just jumping out. I'm making for my granddaughter a colorwork sweater, all over colorwork. How crazy is that? Again, I've never done that before. I'm making my second time doing a yoke sweater for myself. Nice fine weight yarn. And that's where you're doing all the color work around here. It's like a big circle. And that's my second one ever. Okay. So, it's kind of like that new beginnings, right? We can do that. I don't know if you have done that type of a situation. You just kind of, whether it's a thought out thing or a planned. Surprisingly, none of this was planned. I just realized, wow, I'm doing a blanket. I've not done that before. Wow, I'm doing that shocks me to this day. I'm not going to lie. I'm working on a sweater for my granddaughter, color work. I've done some color work. Right? I mean, this is color work, this is crochet color work. I've done some color work before, but for a full sweater, I mean, do some right here on the cuffs, do some right on the ribbing at the bottom, do just a little bit. I've done color work hats before, but I mean, a full garment, the sleeves, the body, all the way up to the neck, and you got the raglans. I mean, that's crazy. I think if I would have planned it, I wouldn't have done it. I don't think I was ready, right? We have in our head what we think might be difficult or just too much problem or too much work. I just don't want to deal with that right now. I think if I would have planned it, I wouldn't have gotten as far as I currently am. I'm about right here. The arms are attached. The body's attached. I'm like right here. And it just, totally unplanned. All of this stuff has been unplanned. Have you felt this year like it's a fantastic, everything, it's going to be great. You might have some bad things in your life. You might have some troubles, but you still have that feeling that this year is just going to be fantastic. Because I mean, and I'm not downplaying anyone's problems or troubles. Is not what I'm getting at. Because we have things in our life too. I just don't share them because this is a happy place. I'm not going to lie. I'm surrounded by yarn, and that's what I'm thinking. But we have issues. But even with those things that might be trying to drag us down, I really feel like this is just going to be such a wonderful, beautiful year. And I hadn't realized until today that is manifesting in my crafting world. And I look around and I'm like, I have this brand new, never did this before. I have this. Yeah, I did this in 2016, but I didn't remember. I mean, that's a lot of years ago, right? I'm not going to lie. That's a lot of years. But I want to make something cool and fancy. And I've got I'm going to see if I can pull it over here. I got my blanket for my husband. I mean, this is like a twin size plus blanket, right? I mean, and here's since I talked about it, this is the all over color work sweater I'm making for my granddaughter. I hadn't realized that this energy that I'm feeling in me, regardless of all the other stuff that's going on, it's manifesting. And I was wondering, and do you have that going on with you? Do you feel that, just didn't even know it, pinpoint it, that something in your life is just about ready to explode for the good, that something is right there? And I think that's why I'm jumping on these projects, and it's the new. It's new. It's like a birth. It's like a new birth, right? Yeah, you go through some pains, right? I'm like, mom of three, yeah, there were some uncomfortable moments. We know what that means, but what a beautiful experience. And that's what I'm feeling like right now. Yeah, might be a little bit insane. I don't know, but that's where I'm at the moment. And I didn't realize it until I started to show this. And then wait a minute. How many new things? And I'm not talking about just like new projects, right? I'm always making something. It's just, I grew up with that. My mom taught me have something in your hands. She just did. So I did crocheting then, and it was later that I really picked up knitting. And I always had my crocheting with me. Always. They used to joke that I would crochet in my sleep. I don't, by the way. I really don't. But I don't. Just, yes. And always had something. So I'm that way now. But you know how we'll get with our tried and true. What's the thing that we do the best? What's the thing that we make the most of, right? What's our go-to project? And, I've got my go-to projects too, but this year I've been kind of setting those aside and picking up things that I didn't think I would be picking up. I just, I joke with everybody about like the big blanket, because that's a big commitment, right? You can do squares, you can do this, you can do that. But when you're making a full blanket and I'm casting on the amount of stitches and working on that, whether it's knit or crochet, it doesn't matter. Everybody out there who's making a ripple blanket, you know what I'm talking about, right, Erin? They take a while. Things do. You start and you're excited, and then you do this many rows or this many rows or something, and then, something else cool comes along. It's a gut check to finish a blanket, and it's that commitment level to just jump on board and do those types of things, and I've got sweaters that I'm working on right now, and I've had some issues with some of my sweaters, but that's okay, right? We're crafting, we're having fun, we're talking about it, we're amongst friends. So you have to rip some out, whatever. Just do it again, no big deal. Yeah, it's one of those great, absolutely wonderful feelings. I feel lighter, not weight-wise. Let's not talk about the scale. Just gonna, nope. But I do. I feel lighter. I feel that things are just absolutely amazing. And I hope in your life that there is something, regardless of all the things that are going on, but there is something in your life that gives you that joy, that you feel like, I'm creating, I'm making, I'm doing something beautiful. Because you know what? You do make a difference. You really do. You might not realize it, but you 100% make a difference, and you are special. And when you craft, when you make things, when you do types of things along that line, all your energy goes into that, and people can feel it. That's the only thing. I know that sounds weird, but I really believe people can feel that. When you people who make prayer shawls, it's not like a specific pattern, right? It's not like I bought a book, I'm making a prayer shawl. No, it's people will literally pray while making them. Or if you don't believe in prayer, they'll have good thoughts or something along that line. And I really believe the person can feel it. And for me, I'm realizing that everything that, all my hopes, dreams, whatever you want to call it, for this year is manifesting in the projects that I'm creating right now. And until today, I had no idea that was going on. So I don't know, maybe I'm a complete and total dork and this doesn't make any sense to anybody else, but in my mind, this makes 100% sense, and it really is crystallizing as to why I picked the projects that I've picked and why I'm doing the things that I didn't even know I was going to make. Hence this sweater. I had no idea. My husband egged me on. I knew I was going to make a sweater for my granddaughter. Yeah, stockinette, plain sweater, pink cuffs, green body, done. That's a lot more than that. I had no idea. I swear I had no idea this was going to come out. It just did. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead with that and let everybody go. Let me know down below if I am the only dork or you felt some things changing in the air, whatever you want to call it. And, maybe I am the only dork. Could be. Well, anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let everyone go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.